boys and girls, welcome to another exciting week of distance learning. Today I'm going to start talking about our week's bonus lesson, and this week's bonus lesson is going to be bubble painting. So bubble painting is kind of a fun technique that you can use to make kind of funky fun paper that you might use for something else. So what you need for bubble painting is dish soap, water, a straw, some kind of little containers. I just use some like kind of Tupperware containers. I didn't have all of them match. I have another like random bowl. You're gonna need some kind of paint, or you can use food coloring. I'm gonna use food coloring today. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing you're gonna do is put the paint or the food coloring in your containers. So I'm gonna use the food coloring. I'm gonna do maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops. Let's do 8 drops of the food coloring. That's the pigment, that's the color that we're gonna get. I'm gonna do 4 different colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you might decide to do 10, you might decide to do 6 dots. This is just the number that I came up with. Next, I'm gonna add a little bit of water. So when I add the water, you don't need a lot of water. I'm just going to pour maybe like a 1/2 inch, just kind of enough to cover the food coloring. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put some of the bubbles. I just found this under my cabinet. It's kind of a fancy detergent, and you can use any kind you want. I'm just putting a squeeze in there. If you're one of those people that like to use a measuring spoon, I don't know, it looks like a 1/2 tablespoon. Now I'm gonna give it all a mix. Just kind of mix it all together. Mix the purple and the red. Next thing I'm gonna do is I am going to actually take my straw and blow bubbles into this. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the blue. Just gonna do the blue first. So I put the straw in and I'm blowing bubbles. Now the bubbles kind of came a little over the top. That's okay. So you can do a couple things. You can take a piece of paper and you can slide on top and get a bubble texture like that. Now I kind of got rid of all my bubbles. I need some more. Or you can take your paper and push it down on top of the bubbles, and then you end up getting a pretty cool bubble texture. Now this is where you can kind of have some fun. You can take and you can overlap colors. So I'm gonna do the green. I'm gonna take my paper, I'm gonna kind of push it down. I just got another really cool bubble texture there. Now if you find that it's kind of hard to blow the bubbles, you might want to add just a tiny bit more water. I'm kind of finding it's a little tricky for me to blow the bubbles. I'm gonna do. This purple looks really pretty. Let's see. Oh yeah, that turned out cool. And then let's check out this red color. I'm gonna push that on top. Maybe I'm gonna kind of do over on the side. And I kind of just made a really funky, fun piece of paper. I think I'm gonna experiment and make a couple more pieces of paper. Let's check it out. Bubble paintings and I'm feeling really good about it. I actually had a lot of fun doing it too, although It's kind of a funny noise you make when you blow the bubbles, so I'm going to apologize for that. A couple things to remember while you're doing it: you might have to add a little more of that detergent, just the dishwashing soap, to keep the bubbles coming. And if the color's starting to look a little dull, then you might add a little bit more food coloring too. I did a little bit of overlapping, like I kind of did one layer and let it dry and then do another layer, and I'm really happy with some of the results that I came up with. So now you have a whole collection of really cool paper that you could do anything with. You could wrap presents with it, you could make artwork, you could make like butterflies with it. May Day is coming up on Friday. That's that kind of fun holiday where you leave flowers on people's doorsteps and ring the doorbell and run away. It's the one time that it's okay to ring the doorbell and run away. So you might make flowers with these. You might save it and do something special for your mom for Mother's Day, like turn it into a card. Have fun with it. If you have any questions, remember you can post the questions in the comment section of the YouTube video, or you can email me at molly.bhattacharya@rps205.com. I hope you have fun doing bubble painting, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!